Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 3 of MAHOU SHOUJO site. This episode was my favorite so far, and we had lots of nice moments, and the overall feeling of this episode was very different from what we've been having in episodes 1 and 2. And I think that this episode showed us a different side of MAHOU SHOUJO site, and the production was also a little bit different. And it also gave us a different and new vibe for the show, which I particularly was expecting. I think the characters deserve a break. In episode 3, Aya and Tsuyuno straighten their bonds while also meeting a new magical girl, and they also have a quest for a stick that can help that magical girl that's almost dying, so that she can be healthy again and she can help them in their quest for learning more about the Tempest. At the same time, we have another character that's trying to stir things up, and I am already hating her so much. So, okay, in this episode, I think that the main point of this episode was meeting Nijimin. Nijimin is a magical girl, another magical girl, and I think that because of her personality, we were able to have like a different feeling for this episode, and I loved it. Nijimin is an idol, and she's part of an idol group that was very, very bizarre. I like idols, and I follow Hello Project specifically and some other idol groups, but I have never seen something that strange. So this idol group has a concept of the idols being dogs, and those dogs are like pets for the fans, and they can take them home. I mean, they can't actually take them home, but that's the idea behind the group, and that feels really, really weird. That really grossed me out. But Nijimin is part of this group, and this group seems to have lots of fans, lots of watas, and we met one of those fans. And I am questioning myself, why are we meeting this specific guy? Because he, at least in this episode, had nothing to do with anything that happened. He was just there as a fan. We saw him as a very bizarre fan, a fanatic, and we just saw him being that type of fan that wastes every single money they have on their idols, and that was it for this character. Why is he there? There must be a purpose for him to be part of the whole action of the episode, and I think that we're gonna know more about him, more about why he's there in episode 4. He's not there as a background character, I'm sure of that. And together with him, we also had Aya and Tsuyuno bonding a little bit more. I complained about Aya's personality in episodes 1 and 2, and now I feel like Aya's blossoming as a person and as a character. She's learning how to talk more, she's getting more confident, she's able to show different emotions, and she's not as afraid as she was to talk. And I think that has to do with her bond with Tsuyuno. They are becoming friends, and they're becoming closer to each other, and that works very well because they work very well together. Because in this episode, they're searching for a way to cure that magical girl from last episode that I forgot the name already, because she used lots of sticks, and now we know that this takes a toll on the magical girls' bodies and on their organs and everything. And so this girl she almost destroyed herself because she used lots of different powers from lots of different magical girls. And so they're trying to cure her. They're trying to find a stick that can help her, because that girl knew a lot about Tempest, and she might know more, and she might be able to help them discover more about this phenomenon that's gonna happen. I think this is a very bad idea, simply because that girl is crazy. She has no limits, and she seems to have no empathy towards other magical girls. So I don't know if actually curing her and trying to make her kind of an ally would work well for them. I don't think that's a good idea at all. But that's what they're trying to do. And you know, by that they found Nijimin, the idol, and they went after her. I loved the idea of going to a handshake and capturing her there. You know, it was a capture and they worked well. That was Aya's idea, and that worked nicely because Aya, she didn't have any ideas before. You know, she was just a girl that suffered a lot and she was so broken that she couldn't express herself. Now she's thinking about things, she's thinking about using her powers. She got good at using her powers and she has nice ideas as well. So that works well with Suyuno, that is very reckless, that's very relentless, and I think they're gonna work very well together in the show. I'm sure of it. And so, I really liked that scene in which Nijimin met them because it was like we had this longing because I thought that was going to be very dangerous, but it wasn't. Nijimin was actually very happy to meet them. She was very joyful that she was meeting other magical girls, and then they had their moment. Tsuyuno is a great reaction girl. I just loved it. I just loved how she was shocked with the whole thing and how she had no patience to Nijimin's happiness. You know, she just cut her off and said, "No, girls, stop talking." And I loved that part of Tsuyuno's personality. She's obviously my favorite character, and I think she's gonna grow on me more and more and more. And so they went to her house later on and they discovered her powers. And I think that when I was talking about it in the first episode, I noticed that pants that were a stick. And well, Nijimin is the one. And I felt really bizarre that they actually showed it to us because Nijimin seems like she's 12, 13, and but it didn't really feel fan service-ish. I mean, it kind of did, but it didn't really went overboard like they could go. It didn't really feel like they went overboard with that. And so we learned that her powers is actually controlling other people towards, she controls other people with her commands. It's just like Ruler from Mahoiku, but Ruler had lots of limitations for her powers, and it seems that Nijimin doesn't, at least so far. But I liked it because I was scared, because I was really scared for the two girls being together with Nijimin at her house. I was like, oh my god, something bad's gonna happen. But it didn't feel like that. It felt like Nijimin was really happy for meeting them, and she was actually not threatened by them, not only because of her powers, but because she feels like she can befriend other magical girls. And we learned that she lost a friend to the magical hunter, and so she feels very angered by that. And that triggers a part of her personality that's very scary. But I think that she's legitimately happy that she made new friends. And she even used her powers on the girls one time, but I don't think that it was something that she did it on purpose. I don't think that she did that on purpose. I just think she did it while actually not really noticing it. And that kind of reminded me of Jessica Jones with Kilgrave, because Kilgrave had this trouble on him because he didn't really know if people were being true to who they were when they were with him, because people simply followed his orders, and he didn't know if people actually liked him or not. I mean, taking away the part of that he was a villain, that actually made sense. And I don't think Nijimin actually understands the range of her powers. I mean, I don't think that she's trying to use her powers all the time, but she has this in her. I still feel like I am kind of scared for her because she uses her powers a lot by controlling the people, controlling some of the fans that stay with her in her house, and they do the chores for her. And so she uses her powers lots of times, and that's dangerous for a magical girl in Mahou Shoujo site. So I'm scared. And I think that I loved that the production in this episode changed things up a little bit and they pulled the energy up. They played with backgrounds, they made things more colorful, and I like that. I think that MAHOU SHOUJO site was missing that a little bit. I don't want it every episode and every time, but once in a while it's gonna be a good thing. And the last thing I want to say, not the last thing, first thing, Tsuno's backstory seems to be very tragic, just like everything in MAHOU SHOUJO site. I liked that. And one thing that made me very annoyed was Sarina. I remember this name because I don't know. I'm horrible for names, but Sarina is a name that stays in my mind. I don't know why. Sarina is one of Aya's bullies, and at that scene, it felt really strange because it felt so convenient for Sarina to listen to what they were saying, being at the same place at the same time, in the same hospital, at the same floor. That felt very convenient. I didn't like that. But Sarina met the site administrator there, and I was so scared at that scene. I wanted that administrator just to kill Sarina because we shouldn't have to deal with that character anymore. I hate her. We shouldn't have to deal with her character, but I think we're gonna have to deal with her as a magical girl. Oh my god. I just can't believe it. But I love the site administrator. I have no idea why she's recruiting magical girls, why she has relationships with Tempest. I have no idea on what's her point, but she feels really scary. At the same time that she feels kind of funny, but she feels really scary. I'm scared every time I see her. And she kind of reminds me of a Titan from Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan. She really reminds me of one. I don't know if it's her teeth. I don't know. I just feel like she's so scary and bizarre. And I love her voice. Her voice, hands down, is the best. And I love it. I love it so much. And another thing is that this episode changed its ending for a Nijimin song. That felt very cute, and the idol unit actually performed the song on the ending, and I liked that. It's a good song, and I liked it. I don't know, I just liked it. I think that the soundtrack from this show is over the top. It's very good. It's really, really something else. It's really impressive. So MAHOU SHOUJO site is being really nice. I think that the story is running. They're not wasting any time. They're not, they're not trying to boil us, and the story is just running and things are just happening. And I'm very curious for next episode. I hope that Nijimin doesn't discover that the magical hunter is the one that they're trying to save, because if she does, things are gonna get ugly between them. And I like Nijimin. I think they should form a trio. They would work well together. I like Nijimin. I think she's a nice character. Anyways, guys, let's keep our talk in the comment section below. Please leave a comment with your opinions on episode 3. What did you think of it? What are your theories for the next things that are gonna happen in MAHOU SHOUJO site? I really want to hear it from you. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!